back today. I'm trawling for arrowana, and there is a alligator, or caiman, or whatever you want to call it. We're here at the Amazon rainforest, Macu Macu Lake, Peru, and yeah. We're trying to get this elusive fish. It's called the silver arrowana. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures. And I've just eluded. I haven't been able to get a big one. I got a 7-pound trophy, but that's not what we're here for. I want a uni. So today we're gonna trawl, and we're just genuinely gonna just look for this freaking arrowana. This is stream 3, video 4, technically, of me trying to catch this freaking fish. But this is my 3rd stream of failing relentlessly at trying to just hook one of these guys. Holy! Alright, we're starting off the stream strong with a unique jacunda. That's my PB right there, so we can already jot that down. Let us put a marker down for that fish, because that's a good fish. So, there's my PB jacunda. What is the biggest jacunda? Let's figure that out, actually. I know I didn't break any, records, but damn, man. That's a fish, though. Yeah, jacunda. Holy cow, man. I'm gonna be... I don't even think... Okay, I'm gonna be at about 83. It looks like. But one thing I do hold is, again, I'm gonna keep milking this while I have it. Oh, they beat me. Damn. I had the biggest pyre in the game for a nice while, and I have lost that. Well, poop. Well, that just gives me another excuse to keep fishing for pyara so I can beat this motherfucker. So let's do that. I'm not gonna lose this record. So we're gonna go after this. Where'd you catch these things even on, man? Let's look at the Arapaima gigas, because that's one thing. I just caught a nice size one. I know it's not in the leaderboard, but I do want to see. 2 pounds, 20 ounces. I think I might actually be on the leaderboard. Oh, I'm 77 on the leaderboard. Look at that. 213. But that's not the point. We're trying to go for the damn arrowana. And if you're wondering what that is, let me find it. Arrowana. Is that thing not counted? I thought that thing would be accounted for. Oh, I have the 5th biggest beacon, or whatever these things are called. What's the biggest butterfly peak contest? I'm 61. Wow, look at me. Look at me go. I know I'm supposed to be fishing, but where the hell is this thing? What's the biggest flagtail caught so far? 2 pounds. Thick. You know, screw it. We'll look at it later. But we are, right here is where I heard there are unique arrowana. And since I've heard of it, I'm gonna try it, because what else do I got to lose? The arrowana is the Asian dragonfish. Goes by that name. It's the silver arrowana. It's a beautiful... I don't know if... technically this one wouldn't be Asian since we're in fucking Peru, but that's what they're usually known as and associated as, and yada yada. Look at that right there. That, man. I don't know how they're doing it. I really cannot get it. He's using large minnows set up, and unfortunately, I'm not going to use large minnows, even though it's, from what I know, the best method. Is the reason being, I don't have arapaima rods, and the method that you catch them on is the arapaima method, that they just bite in the middle of it. So if I hooked an arapaima, I'd be up a creek. So it's sort of like I just kind of have to stay away from the best method, which is very unfortunate. But again, we're going to try to see what I can hook here. We're going for any arrowana, any fish that's willing to bite. Really just anything. A little tiny piranha. Oh, it's a bayara. So that's not bad. That's really nice. So we got a bayara there, so it's not too bad. Soon I'm gonna start playing music on my streams. This looks like to be another tiny. This looks like to be like a really small biota. Yeah. So again, I can't do this method because freaking arapaima destroy my rods. And if I wanted, I could come over here and do it on the boat. But it's just not as efficient if you had a triple rod holder. This is either a big bayara or a big jacunda, or this is just an arrowana. Or it's a butterfly peacock bass. And that's what we don't want. That's the only fish in Peru here that I do not want to catch under any circumstances. And if you're wondering why, it's because I catch so many of them. They're not fun, they're not droll, they're just fucking annoying. I don't like them. I wish they weren't so common here. My issue with them is they just happen to bite on like everything. But yeah, we're gonna try to scooch one of these men out. And then tonight we're gonna do some catfishing. I'm gonna try to get a unique ripsaw, because that's the only other fish here I particularly am looking for. There's only really two fish here now that I want, because I caught the payara and the bayara. Oh no, there is one fish I have yet to catch that I really want. There's 3 fish that I have left, technically, that I truly am looking forward to. Because the rest of them I've already caught. But I'll show you. Because I caught the arapaima, I caught a bayara, I caught this guy, I caught a jacunda, the payara, I got the red-eye piranha. This guy eludes me, this guy eludes me, and the Surambi catfish. This is what I want. This is the tiger shovel nose. And they are, I think it's a tiger shovel nose. Whatever, even if it's not, it looks close enough to it that I want it. Because it's a beautiful fish. But like I said, we're going to try to hook one of these freaking arrowanas if it kills me. Because these things are just so elusive. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Trawling here doesn't exactly work. I tried that earlier. I went and I was gonna see what I could get if I trawled, but I just genuinely had no luck. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna park the boat, anchor it, and come back here. So we're gonna see what I can get, and yeah. we'll just see how it goes. I am just gonna like chilling. Oh, okay, we hooked a fish and I did not realize. My guess is this is a peacock bass because it just has that feel. Yeah. It's either trophy or unique, and I don't really want it even if it is unique, to be honest with you. There are just so many better fish to catch here than that, so why would you want that? I looked away for 5 seconds to well, that was the best cast, ladies and gentlemen. Wish me $1,000,000 for that one. That was perfect cast, man. This is gonna be a trawling episode because I started trawling right before I started filming, and then I just kept catching piranhas, and like, that's not what today's episode's for. Today's episode is targeting the arrowana, but to make up for that, I am gonna still trawl around here, like not too far. I just didn't want to start. No, is that a fit? No. That scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. So I have a lot of insects I keep, breed, yada yada. I do a lot of insect keeping, and that noise made me think one of the flyers got out, and that was gonna fucking scare the shit out of me. Because they should not be out! But no, it's just the game. That gave me a spook. I wasn't ready for that. Nice biota that guy just caught. I'm about to stop and go because this method has yielded jack. Like, come on, man. This is what I heard a dude got him off of. From another guy who told me what he was doing. So I'm gonna do twitching, my favorite thing. And another thing, why am I not going for arapaima? Because arapaima are, you know, like the best fish here, quote unquote. They're really not. You can make up a lot of XP and money by catching piata. They're easier to catch. They pay more. They get more XP. They reel in faster. They don't have a good. The problem is they don't have as consistent of a bite rate. But you're suited with a better reward than the Pyara. I mean, not the Pyara, the Arapaima. Arapaima pay about 4,000 to 2,000 a piece, and then the Pyara, for like a small one, is 3,000. So that being said, if you're gonna come here, I recommend grinding on those Pyara. And if what you want to do for those is any topwater lures, they happen to just slay. They just appreciate the top waters. I mean, I don't know what their deal is, but I've just noticed that top water lures here work especially. So here's what I've learned. If you're going to come here, pack hard baits. They don't eat soft plastic. They don't eat spinners. They don't eat really anything except this and buzzbait. Like, the only other bait I would bring is buzzbait, because they do just slam on the buzzbait. But the problem with the buzzbait is you're going to consistently catch 3 fish that are not good here. If you want to catch those fish consistently and on a good rate, go ahead, but like, out of all the fish are the least optimal. I have had luck with piranhas on the buzzbait, the silver croaker, and the freaking, what's this, the butterfly peacock bass. They always just slam. We're about to just do normal arrowana fishing, man. This is getting ridiculous. Even if I hook an arapaima, I'm just going to do what this guy's doing, just hope for the best. Because this lure has just let me down, man. I was hoping it would work. This is what I've gotten all, like, my arrowana on, and, you know, all that good stuff, but man, this lure is just not living up to the hype today. I have had bad luck consistently all day with this lure. Oh, do not leave, please. The best thing I've caught was the two things. I got my PB Jacunda, and I got this big unique Pyara. And if you're wondering why I'm not counting the unique peacock basses or the unique piranhas, it's because they don't count as good fish. They're not good fish. They're a waste of my time. They're consistently just like a pest. That's all they're consistent with, just pissing me off. I hate to say that because I really don't like to talk trash about, you know, video game fish. But holy crap, man. These fish are terrible here. I only catch the ones I don't want. And the problem with that is I don't want a lot of them. A lot of them to me are trash fish. The piranhas are trash fish. The piranhas I consider trash fish. I consider the... what's it called? The peacock bass trash, and I consider arapaima trash. The only good fish here is like... every other fish here is nice and fun to catch. Those flagtails are really fun. If you bought the pass and you're like level 10, that's just something I would just go for anyway. They don't pay great, they don't give XP, but you know, they're still fun as hell to catch. They're just these little goofy flagtails, and they put up a fight for their tiny size. And the piranhas do too, but the problem with piranha is, they don't, if you're gonna get a unique, you're just gonna want to use a lure. And a lot of lower leveled people aren't gonna have lures on them. So if you did buy it and you're low leveled here, I would do like flagfish, yada yada, if your gear isn't, you know, perfect gear. And of course, now that I'm trying this method, I can't get jack shit to bite. Like, this is not great, but is that a fish? Or I don't know if I'm getting bit or not. Guess not, and if anything was there, it's gone now. I don't know what the hell to do. I wish there's like a land plot somewhere closer to this like fucking zone. Fishing Planet needs rod holders on boats. Say it with me. Would it be overpowered? Yes. But is it needed badly? Yes. I do not understand nor can fathom the reason that fishermen, this game that they've literally said means nothing to them and that they ripped us off with, has this feature. Yet we do not get this feature. Like, what the hell? This is not, like, this is a bad trade-off, man. And another thing. The Fisherman is a joke. It's a pathetic excuse for a game, and do not waste your money on it. The issue with the game is you pay $40 for this game, right? For something they promise is going to be better. Well, it's not. It's not better. It's actually worse, if anything. The only thing consistent with the damn thing here, what I was saying is the only, like, it's just a ripoff, man. You don't get good things, you don't get anything that it promises. You get ripped off and you get spat on. You pay $40 and $50 if you're gonna buy the DLC. Which, if you buy the dang game, just get the DLC. They're $5 each, and they're amazing. I will give them credit on that. If you have bought the game, get the damn DLC. That's just something you need to do. But now, off the defense of them, it's a waste of $50. If you want a game that you're gonna spend $50 on, buy Call of the Wild. It's like $30, and that's what, 4 DLC. It's like $5 each. That's really nice. Like, that's worth it. You've spent your money wisely if you've done that, because the game's great. But if you're wasting your money and buying the Fisherman, it sucks. I bought the Fisherman. I regret it. I really want a refund. It was not cool. I bought this game, and with the hopes of I get to start fresh and not make mistakes like I did on here. And I get to freaking go over and catch new fish at this new amazing lake. Well, the issue with that is it is like 4 new fish, and they're nothing fish. They're not like something that's worth it. They're like 4 small, tiny little like trash fish that you don't want, you know? And that is an arapaima right there. But the trash fish are a pain in the ass, because you don't want trash fish. The trash fish are everywhere. So that place is a ripoff, and you can't even catch the stuff there when you do, because the bite rate's so inconsistent. It's just, it's a mistake. It should have never been made. I had so high hopes, and then, you see, I wouldn't be saying this. I would be okay with it, because the game is great. But it's one major flaw that makes me hate this game. The reason I spit on this wretched game is because of the no update rule they made. So you're telling me I bought this game, I bought this $40 game of something that's literally free, because because you promised it was a better version and all this shit, and we were gonna get updates and stuff, and then you suckered people like me into buying it and trusting you, because why would you lie? I've stuck in with you the whole time. And then you just go ahead and flat out say, yeah, no, we're not gonna update that game. It's not gonna get updated consistently. Like, it'll get updated once a year, and it'll be a bug fix. Like, really, man? Like, I've wasted all my time and effort in trying to frickin' do this stupid thing. Well, I'm trying to endorse this game, and I want it to be bigger than it is, because this is the best fishing game out there. Hands down, this is the greatest fishing game ever created. And so I thought, well, Fisherman couldn't be a steaming pile of crap, and then it was. And that's a real damn shame, because it should have been good. Like I said, the only flaw, the only reason the game had to fucking take a nosedive to hell was because they said they weren't gonna update it. Like, come on, man. That's not cool. And recently they came out and they said that they're gonna make these new lakes for fishermen. We're gonna get more exclusive stuff. Well, I can guarantee you it's not worth it. And if it is, I would be shocked. And even if it is worth it at the end of the day, it's still not worth $40. The game's really bug-ridden. Some for better, some for worse. Some let you fish underwater, and that's fun, and it's really quick to land a big fish and grind out easy. It's just an amazing way to play the game. It's hilarious. You know, it's like enjoyable. You have more fun than you would normally with the constant grind. But the issue, the downside to that, is some of these bugs just make the game unplayable. Where you just sink through the floor and just fall into this endless loop of hell. And it's like, what is this? This is not right, man. Like, this is just so random. And, you know, that's where my issue comes into play, man. This should not be an issue. It is the same game with one extra map, but it's like it's so unfinished. Because the whole game's broken. It's not just like 1 or 2 maps. It's literally every map I found a bug that either lets me exploit the game heavily or it just ruins the game completely. So in Florida, if you place down your rod holder at the right part on the like this right part of the dock, you can go underwater and watch the fish bite your bait, and you can travel across the map without being stopped, and you can just run around and explore the map like you would never be able to otherwise, because you break the game's map barriers. But then, there's also the same thing that's in Tiber River. You can go under the bridge. You can run under the bridge, and then there's this area you just walk straight and you go just like 6 feet under the water. And you can do the same thing there. But my issue is, let's take a look at Tiber River again. Also, why is this fish glitched into my boat? But the issue with Tiber River, one of the problems I have encountered there, is the fish will literally commit suicide and hang themselves on the bridge. I'm not even joking. They will wrap their necks around the fucking line and then just fly up to the bridge, no reason whatsoever, and just, like, die. And I was like, what the hell was that? Why did that happen? There was no discernible reason, it just kind of happened. Like, what? That's not normal. At all. And so then you're sitting there shell-shocked, like, what the fuck? But, like, man, it's so bad with the bugs. So let me try to think of another one off the top of my head just right now. Lone Star. There is a glitch where you can go to that, you know, the pile that you go to Lone Star and you can collect bait if you're out of bait. You can go there, and if you walk in it just right, if you land in it right, like, you just get sucked in. And you just, like, die. You are dissolved. You can, like, walk straight through. It's not as bad as the Tiber River one, because once they're wrapped around the bridge, they're practically impossible to catch. Like, they're a nightmare to go and try to reel in, because, you know, they're hung around a bridge. That's not just something that's gonna come in. And the game acts like it's, like, literally wrapped. You have to, like, finesse that thing as hard as you can. A lot of the time, you just have to break off your line and just, like, lose that lure you were using. Usually, it's asp that do it. I use walkers there for asp, unique asp a lot, to grind out money and XP. And that's the fish I have this problem with the most, is the asp. They'll, like, leap out of the water, and then they'll just get glitched into the top of the bridge, wrap around it, get hung, and then just dangle there, like, helplessly. And I'm sitting there helplessly. And it's just a mess. And this place, I swear Tiber's the most bugged place. You can fly at Tiber River. If you run down the hill at a fast enough velocity, you just start floating. And you just sink slowly. But in that matter of time, you can walk across the water and get to areas you would never be able to fish otherwise. So it's exploiting, but the problem with those areas is there ain't jack shit there anyway. So you might as well just go back to where you started, because, like, there's nothing there. It's another glitch. There's this little bridge part of the dam that you can go up to, and usually there's a block broken. There's always, like, that little piece that you were unable to cross for absolutely no other reason than your character's too dumb to understand how to jump. But you can go up there, and if you really hold W and you just, like, pull, you like force your character into this, like, madness, he will eventually walk over it, but at the cost of you get sucked into the map. And some of these glitches I don't think should be patched. Like, I love fishing underwater, watching the fish fight, watching them bite. It's really fun. It's hilarious. It's enjoyable. But again, it's overpowered, so it should probably be patched, because fisherman's easy as hell anyway. You don't really need to make it much easier than it is. It's simple as can be. Making it even more simple is like, I don't know, I would say it stoops to the level of Ultimate Fishing Simulator, where it's just, like, too damn easy. Where it's, like, depressingly easy, there's no challenge, no fun. It's fun the first 5 minutes, and then you realize the game has no challenge, and you'll be done with it in 5 minutes, and it's just kind of like, eh. But, the Fisherman has got to fix its bugs. I don't even dislike the Fisherman that much. Honestly. I mean, I dislike it a lot, but I don't hate it for a lot of the reasons other people hate it. I don't even care. It doesn't even bother me too much that it's the same thing. Again, that pisses me off, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking happy with that. I'm not jumping for joy and saying that's a good thing, because it's not. It should have been different. But again, if you bought the game, my response, my counter argument, is if you bought the game, you knew ahead of time what was going to happen. It was going to be the same damn game. So you can't criticize the game because you knew what you were buying. You knew damn well ahead of time what it was going to be. So it's like, you can't criticize it for being the same game because you knew that. Everyone knew that. If you bought the game, you damn well knew that you just bought the same game again. And so I don't like to critique that part. But, like, again, people have very valid reasons on why this game is terrible. It should have never been made. It was a cash grab that they used to take people's money. And that sucks. And it was wrong. They practically robbed people, promising new things and updates consistently, and then after it came out, telling us that they're not going to do any of that, and it was just a big fat lie so they can make $40 more off us. And the problem with that is we are the people who are wasting our money buying these damn DLCs. I have every single DLC in this game. That is over $700 of DLC I've put into this damn game. And for some reason they felt the need that wasn't enough money. Because I'm not the only one who's buying all the DLC. My friends have bought all the DLC. Adam bought it, Chipper bought it, Creeper bought it, like, they bought the DLC too. Because the game is fun. But it begs the question, we all bought the Fisherman. I bought it for Creeper, so I spent $80. Plus I got him the DLC. So I spent, that is $80. Yeah, $100 on the game and DLC plus tax. In fact, I think the game was $50 at the time, so that's about 100 right there, just straight off the fucking bat. That's $120 for, I don't know why that took me so long to get. I'm retarded. But what I'm saying is, it's stupid that they're making money the way they are. It's because you have enough money, and the problem is making money is not a bad thing. And that can't be criticized. It's the fact of they're not willing to put any effort in on the fans or the people who enjoy the game. They're only willing to put in the effort that they can make money off of. So, like they make all this money and then they, like, bare-ass these updates. They make them once every couple of months. Like, not even, like, 2, 3, 4 months. It's about, like, an entire year before you get an update. This is the best year Fishing Planet has had since its beginning, in my opinion. Because we got 2 massive, nice updates, just one after the other. And that's amazing, because Fishing Planet would never do that. That's something they just do not do. They find that not tolerable for some weird reason. But, like, again, it's, I spend money on this game because they're like, oh, we're working on this and we're working on that, and then it's released and then it's half-assed. Like, these 2 updates were good. They did a good job, they put in effort, they genuinely tried. And I'm happy with that, because this time they put a damn effort in to, like, make something enjoyable. And the problem is, they're very, very capable of making great, amazing things. They just don't use their potential properly. Because instead, they try to grab money from people, and then they do the bare minimum. Because they focus on bug fixes that are practically not needed anymore, because they've done so many, instead of working on actual updates. The European update was amazing. and I'm very thrilled for that. But honestly, at the end of the day, that DLC, like that whole area could have been a bit better. I'm not going to criticize it completely because that was a lot of effort, and I'm thrilled with the results at the end of the day, obviously. But I think they could have done more. Because the DLC for like the European updates were like $40 to $70 each. I was like, that's not, you didn't put $70 worth of effort into that. Let's be real here. I know friends who model. Making these fish models and map models aren't, like, that fucking hard. That can be done. Like, that update could have been done in a year's time. That shouldn't have taken 4 or 5 years, whatever it took. It shouldn't have taken that long. It was just sheer laziness. And that's what pisses me off. It's like, you have such grand potential. And it's just like, they're wasting it. They're not using it. Instead, they're trying to fucking make money. And then tell fans that there will be a change. Kind of like Obama. Give me all your money and I promise a change for the better. And then we waited, and then it never happened. We waited for a long time, still didn't happen. And then we kept waiting and waiting, and then by the end of his presidency, nothing had happened at all except worse shit. And that's what happens to Fishing Planet. Because we wait, and then we realize how boring the update is. Another thing that Fishing Planet really needs to work on, that annoys me and inconveniences me, is the fact that they are making all these updates for higher leveled players. If it was, if it was like every so often, it wouldn't be that bad, but look at what they're doing, man. It's not, like, I just don't understand why they won't put in the effort, because we're all putting in a lot of money, we're avid that we want this game to be great, and we're, like, cheering them on, and we're like, come on, you can do it! And then they're just like, I ain't gonna put in any effort, because it ain't worth it. Like, bruh. We've bought your DLC, we make videos, we share everything about this game, and then at the end of the day, we just get nothing, and that sucks. But what this game needs really bad is, if they're going to keep releasing new maps, they need to make lower-leveled maps. So, what I think is they need to make maps for the lower level people. Because people like me aren't going to be able to, like, I'm enjoying this because I bought a DLC. Because I know it's going to take me a long time to get here. Even at the grind rate. I play this game every day, literally all day. It's just a shame, man. We need maps that are more accessible for the lower leveled players. And I don't think that, there has to be freaking like a million maps, but I feel like we need 3 more maps for like the 1 to 20 area. They don't have to be like grind fests. I mean, just something small that wouldn't take a lot of time. But don't reuse. Like, here's the problem Fishing Planet has. They make these maps over and over, and they reuse the same 5 fish. Because they put too much effort on the damn map and not in the fish. And don't get me wrong, I like a good map. Everyone does. I think we can all agree on the maps are really important for the game. But the most important thing are the fish. Because that's what you have to catch. Because that's the goal of the game. So that's the thing you're generally going to be around a lot. So when you don't get it, like, what the hell? It's kind of dumb. But, like, I feel like they should add more fish. And one thing this game needs, it's like I said with Hunter Call of the Wild. They don't need to focus so much on releasing these maps as they do adding new fish and reworking fish that aren't correct. They need more fish for the old maps, and that's just a fact. I know 16 fish is a lot on this map, but one of my major fucking things with this map that pisses me off beyond belief is the fish they chose. Like the Biara, the Pyara, the Arapaima, the Surambi catfish, the Arrowana, the Ripsaw catfish, the piranhas, the Jacunda, the gilded catfish. All were good choices, but like the fucking Brycon and stuff, we should have had Paku. You literally, all you had to do for that fish, and they could have added this one fish because of how stupidly simple it was. And I will not give Fishing Planet credit because this wasn't something that was hard. You had to replace two things and you would have had the new fish. It was retarded laziness by stupid devs who aren't willing to do their job. When this update got announced, everyone, including me, wanted one fish. We were all looking for it. Everyone was like, oh, I can't wait to catch this fish. But instead, we end up with the spotted Akaru, the silver croaker, the barracuda, fish like that. What about the Paku? That's a very infamous fish. You would have taken this model, this fish, right here, very simple, not that hard. You take this exact body, which is perfect. You want to know what you want to do? Make the eyes white, and then give it human teeth. Boom! You have the Paku! I don't see what was so hard about that, where that wasn't a possibility. And another issue I have with Fishing Planet in general is another part of laziness is their reusing of fish models. It's not... You can't keep reusing... Some of them are acceptable, like the Pyara and Biara. That works, because they're the same thing, just upscaled and downscaled. The Piranha, they work. They're the same fish, different looking. That works. But like the Oscar, this is an atrocious, disgusting insult to all Oscars. Have you ever seen what an Oscar looks like before Fishing Planet? Because I don't think you have. That's not what an Oscar looks like. Period. Dotted line. What the hell is that? They have a bad habit of reusing fish models for fish that don't fucking look like that at all. It's like, you can't just this doesn't even look like the fish, you just did it to save time. Let's take a look at some of the best fucking examples of just lazy reusing of depressing things. Like, look, the leather carp, the mirror carp, all those carp, this works. They're the same thing. Different looking slightly, but they keep the same body shape, same head, yada yada. So it works. It's fine. You can do that. It makes sense. But then, what sickens me is like the Oscar's the main example. That does not look like an Oscar. Oh, here's another example of fucking laziness. The trophy flat whisker, what I have here. The flat whiskered catfish is the reused gaff top sail. They look slightly alike, but no, they are not the same fish. So look, so the difference is longer whiskers, it has black on its back, and that's it. That's the whole fucking difference. Because they didn't feel bothered to make a different model. The shoal bass. This one gets the barely pass. This one was sort of reused, sort of wasn't. So I'm gonna let it slide. Because at least they made like one fucking inch of effort before giving up. Because they were too lazy. Oh, here's one thing I have to say. The white bass, I do not know what they did to this fish, but they really need to change it back. It looked like a normal white bass, and then they gave it like this bluish, really like weird tint. I don't know if that's usual or not, because the ones I catch down here are just straight up white. Like, it's weird. Like crappie, this works, because they're the same thing. It's okay. But then the sucker fish model, like the long-nosed sucker and the fucking white sucker, they're not the same looking sucker fish. It does not work. And pike and muskie. Here's what bothers me about the pike and muskie. Is it's so minuscule of a difference. Which pisses me off, exclusively because how easy it would have been to change slightly. Just ever so slightly. Make the muskie a little rounder, a little longer, give them bigger heads, more teeth, and that's it. You would have done it. But for some reason, they felt like that was too much. Also, the trophy brown bullhead, they reused the canal catfish model. And no, that is not what that thing looks like. That is dumb, and you are dumb to think so. The Oscar. This is the worst example of them reusing a model in any fishing game. I think I've seen better in the mobile fishing games for representations for an Oscar. They are not the green sunfish. They look nothing like this. Not even slightly. If I squinted my eyes and used it, even if that was up there, even if I could literally see that and you asked me what fish that is, I would say some African cichlid. And if they say, what about an Oscar? No, that is not an Oscar. Actually, that's a panfish. Because that's not an Oscar. We all know it's not. I cannot understand why the laziness. White catfish, another issue of reusing. This one barely works. I will let it slide because of how similar they look. But you could have... Okay. The pickerel, this is bad. This is not what a pickerel looks like. This is just a weirdly colored pike. That's something that they need to fucking work on. The warmouth, again, that's not what a warmouth looks like. At all. Look at the picture they used, too. They didn't even use the in-game model. They used an actual photo. And then you look at the damn... What? This looks like a St. Patrick's Day fish, not a damn normal fish. Like, what the hell, man? That's not... Oh, the rock bass. This one kills me. This one keeps me awake at night. Oh my god, what were they thinking? This is not a rock bass. You can't just slap any fish that's not massive and put it on a panfish model. That's not how this works. You should, if you had to be lazy, if you had to be that, like, fucking pity, just use the crappie model. That works. Or just shorten the damn bass model. It would have worked too. But instead, they reused the panfish model. It's stupid. There is no reason. They know the fish doesn't look like this because they use the actual image. It's like, you don't show me an image of the fish and then show me it and then go, like this. I was like, yeah, that is not the fucking... What the... Fuck. Alright, here's another problem. You can't just fucking make 3 of these and go, different fish. They're there. They look slightly different. You could have moved a fin up and a fin down. I don't expect perfection, game. I'm not expecting perfection. But what I am expecting for a game who is called the Ultimate Fishing Simulator, I want better than this. And that's one of my big problems. $40. 40 damn dollars for the fishermen to have models that look like this. It's not okay. Also, the flagfish does not look like this. They didn't capture it very well, but they captured it enough to where I'll let it slide. But again, they just reused... Didn't they just reuse the fucking Tench model? like slightly moved over a couple things. There we go. It's really sad they make all this money and aren't willing to like put in the effort to fix fish that are wrong. I literally, like, I'm not even joking when I say, like, I fume when I look at this because it's fucking stupid. They have no excuse on that one. I can give them an excuse for all the other things, but this is not acceptable, period. The rock bass at least looked slightly, not, I wouldn't say passable, but it looked slightly, barely, minusculely okay, by 0.1%. But the Oscar, it's nothing. It's a general insult to my intelligence. And again, it wouldn't piss me off if it wasn't so damn simple to move over things. They have a bad habit of reusing models, and they need to make more models in this game, period. Because I'm tired of looking at the same 4 models reused for every single fish. This update was a breath of fresh air, because they stopped reusing fish models. And do you know how nice that is for 5 minutes to see something that looks new, important, fun, exciting? I love it. That's what a lot of people get turned off by on this game. The laziness of the devs. Updates not coming out. They take too long to update things. A lot of these fish are outdated severely. It's fucking bad, man. But now that I'm done typing, it's just an insult to my intelligence, and I'm tired of them reusing models, because this game makes more money than a lot of other games ever could dream of making. And this game isn't even that big. Like, this game has a handful of players, and they make money off of 95% of that value, because this game's pay to win. Don't act like it's not. If you took in the time and the effort to grind out without spending a single dime, I salute you, sir, because you're a goddamn legend. But if you did, you're also kind of stupid, because you're probably on some sort of drug if you're willing to put yourself through that. Like, holy shit. I gotta leave. How do you take this damn thing down? This keeps happening. I figure out how to turn off this fucking thing. Q. I'm hitting Q and nothing's happening. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Okay, hold on. 380, 244, 380. I gotta leave this area and I have to sell my supply, but let's go see if we can get one of our friends on and chat, because I'm bored as shit. So these are the pals I run the channel with. These are the boys that we do all of our shit. This is the channel that we run, all three of us. It's owned by him mainly. He's the one who has control over the channel, but it's co-run. So don't let that fool you. Yeah, but they're an asshole. I don't think any of them are gonna join because it's like 7 in the morning. Well, I mean, of course, it's 8 for them, and usually they get out to like fucking 12. And I thought I'd try anyway. Because what do I have to lose? Nothing. I'm gonna try to stream as long as I can. I'm so tired, and I'm trying to stream horror games, but they're gonna be here for that and fucking enjoy my pain, so I have to wait for they're on. Until they're on, so I'm just kind of hoping they're on so I can film this, go to bed. I've been up all night straight fishing at this damn map because I don't want to waste any time on it, because this fucking arrowana, man. I hate the arrowana, dude. I don't hate them, but I don't like them. They're just a pain in the ass to catch. I cannot hook the fuckers. They do not bite. They just flat out refuse. Centipedes. Okay, so I want to slap on just like the smallest. They have like a really minuscule. That's about as. We're gonna buy these little tiny midget hooks real quick. Just slap that on hook 2. And I think I brought centipedes if I'm correct. So I'm just gonna see if I can catch one of these little shitty red tail barracudas so I can die in peace. Because these things, quite frankly, won't let me rest in peace. They're a nightmare of a fish, let me tell you. And then we're going to go back on the prowl. We're going to start trawling or arrowana hunting. I haven't made my mind up. But let's see if we can just get one of these little barracudas to bite so I can end my misery and part 1 of the mission, and that would be good enough for me. So let's see what I can do. I'm gonna throw on just because I don't even know what depth they like to chill at. To be quite frank with you, I'm just throwing on whatever and hoping it works. Actually, I'm gonna throw on Dobson fly larva. I don't know what it wants to eat. I'm just gonna hope I can get whatever it's after. Because if I get this fish, I'm done. That's it. That's my mission complete. In-game wise. It's this stupid mission that I thought I'd just do for the fun of it. And I didn't realize how much of a nightmare it would turn out to be at the end of the day. Because if I would have known how this would have turned out, I would have never done this. I would have never considered this for a moment. Because this turned out to be like my personal hell. There's another unique I want, the unique Oscar, because at one point I had literally the biggest Oscar ever caught in Fishing Planet. And then the uniques came out. I bet you fucking money that it's gonna be a piranha or a goddamn arapaima. It's a croaker, even better, even amazinger. Dude, I hate, despise the freaking, you know, let's move, because I already know what this spot's going to yield. It is going to yield stinky, nasty, gross croaker fish. And no one wants a croaker fish. Not a single human alive. Oh my god, you burdened me, game. No one wants a croaker. Croakers are stinky, literally. So let's get out of here, and then I'm gonna have to grab my road holder again, and then I'm gonna find a different area, because I just feel like this area is only gonna give me exclusively croakers, and I don't want croakers. I really don't. So from what I saw, the guy was chilling over here. If I can fucking... No, it was like... Well, now, shit, I do not know. Was he here? Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to head. I don't feel like it's over there, though. I just feel like that's too convenient, because I go there all day. Who am I friends with? Yeah, I don't know who Castor is. I friended him, but I honestly do not know who the hell he is. And I'm sorry for that, Castor, if you're listening, which you're probably not, because who the fuck watches my content, let's be real. But let's go get this bastard. Put him away. Dude, that was a save like you'll never believe. That was ridiculous. Okay, and my luck has run. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, no. Oh. Guys, I think I messed up. Oh! Don't got much more of a choice but just power through, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this boat's done for. Oh, damn weed. Yeah, I know it would have been easier if I just left, but I want to see what happens. Free me! No! Why? Every time I get fucking free, I just get absorbed. How large me you? Good for fucking... I don't know what's going on anymore. This is hell. I hate this. Please, no one look at my shame. Well, that's one way to make a fucking entrance now, isn't it? I will be fine. I had no control over that fucking issue. That just sort of happened. Well, now what? I guess I gotta bring this fucking bitch back on the water. That's gonna be a nightmare. I feel bad. I don't want to let this dude like have to suffer because of my fucking retardation. Please! Power! Through! Pain! If I turn enough, like, dive, just like go backwards. I'm just gonna bop. I hate that you have to put your rod every goddamn time. I've seen it enough! And now we're gonna just 100 speed, yada yada yada. No! We're not gonna go over here like a normal man. Swivel here. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, he's giving me the death stare. I would give me the death stare too. I look like an asshole. Please just park, you stupid fucking clunky piece of shit. If you weren't so expensive, I'd get rid of you. There. We did it, boys! Oh look, this dude just been raped an arrowana. Hey, I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm putting this here. And I already guarantee you guys one thing. We're gonna get a lot of piranha bites. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close out this episode because, again, I have to stream later. So my plan is, what we're gonna do is, if I catch the goddamn arrowana, I'm gonna pop back up, do another video for a moment, be like, hey, I caught it, and then that'll be that. But otherwise, I'm just gonna stay quiet, so, give me just a sec, let me catch this last rod, and then I'm gonna be heading out. It was fun? It was not fun, this was terrible. I got angry, fish don't bite. The game fucking glitched after me ranting about it glitching constantly. Like, this is a fucking clusterfuck. So, I guess... Can you don't? Now, like I was saying, with that, this episode... The motherfucker. With that, this episode ends.